Hello everyone and welcome to the DPB podcast. I'm your host Ryan Mondes. This is episode number 223 for August 17th, 2021.
Welcome to the FiGPiNs blog podcast, the latest news on Disney pin trading and collecting from around the world.
Welcome back to the show everyone. Big week for pin news at Disney parks, especially if you're a Haunted Mansion pin collector. We'll get into that in a little bit. I don't have anything for housekeeping, so we'll just get right into the pin news. First up is FiGPiN. They had a Lilo and Stitch release last Wednesday at FiGPiN.com. There are 4 different pins. The first one features Lilo. This is a FiGPiN common, retail price $15. Next up is Stitch in the hula outfit. This is another common, retail price $15. Then there was the Alien Blaster Stitch. This is another common, coming in at $15. And then the fourth one is Elvis Stitch. This one is limited edition of 2000 with a retail price of $20. Available at FiGPiN.com. Next up is Loungefly. The Tuesday release this week features The Nightmare Before Christmas. And it is a big spinner pin. The characters at the top feature Oogie Boogie, Jack Skellington, Sally, and Sandy Claus, aka Santa. Again, this is a spinner wheel pin. Limited edition of 1,000, retail price $25, and that released this Tuesday, August 17th. Next up is ShopDisney.com. They had a few new pin releases online. First up is the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular Mystery Pin Set. This one features 8 different pins, 2 randomly selected per box. It is a limited release, and the retail price is $17.99 at ShopDisney.com, but it also released at Disney parks, Disneyland and Walt Disney World, but the retail price there is a little bit more expensive, coming in at $21.99. Not sure if that was a mistake, but yeah, they should have consistent retail prices, whether it's at ShopDisney.com or in the parks. This one, for some reason, is a little bit higher in the parks. Next at Shop Disney was another collectible key pin. This one featuring Alice in Wonderland 70th anniversary. Retail price for that one is $12.99. And that released on Monday, August 16th. And then there was a Alice in Wonderland framed pin set, and the artwork is from Mary Blair. It features 5 different pins. It's limited edition of 3,700, and it has a retail price of $100. That one released on Monday, August 16th as well. All right, next up is BoxLunch. They had a few new pin releases this past week. First up are the Marvel What If pins. There were 2 new ones in this series for What If. First one featuring Party Thor, and then the second one is Star-Lord. Both of those have a retail price of $8.90. And then there are 2 new Autumn pin releases. The first one is called Autumn Fun with Stitch. Has Stitch jumping out of a pile of leaves. And then the second one is a portrait of Alice from Alice in Wonderland with some fall leaves in the background. Both of those have a retail price of $9.90. And then finally at BoxLunch was a really cool new series themed after pumpkin spice drinks. There's one that features Mickey Mouse, a second one that features Minnie Mouse with Figaro, and then the third one is a pumpkin spice drink with Pluto. All 3 of those have a retail price of $9.90. Popular series there. Next we'll head over to Hot Topic. They had just one pin release, but it features Tangled. It is the sign of the Snuggly Duckling little pub in Tangled. So that's a pretty cool pin there. Retail price is $8.90, created by Loungefly. Next up is ArtLand. We had a few new pin releases at dpbstore.com. First series features 2 from Pinocchio. You have Pinocchio and Figaro, and then Figaro with Cleo the fish. Those are limited edition of 200. And then there was a gorgeous Sleeping Beauty pin release from ArtLand. 4 different 3-inch circular pins are limited edition of 200, featuring characters like Aurora, Prince Philip, Maleficent, and Diablo. And then there was a huge Sleeping Beauty crest pin. This one's limited edition of 125. Beautiful design, and that was inspired by Dave Perello's art piece called Sleeping Beauty Crest. Again, we do have these at dppstore.com, but they are going very quickly. I'm expecting the Maleficent pins to sell out here if they aren't sold out already by the time this podcast goes out. Next, we'll head over to Aulani Disney Resort and Spa in Hawaii. Haven't had any new pin releases there for a while, but a DPB reader sent us a photo of this Aulani 2021 pin. Not sure of the exact release date, but it features Mickey and Minnie in their tropical attire with flip-flops on. In the background, it reads Aulani 2021 in a silver glitter. That is an open edition pin, only available at the Aulani Resort. Next, we'll head over to Shanghai Disney Resort in China. They had one new pin release this past week, and it's a continuation of the Shanghai Disneyland 5th Anniversary Collection, where you have the 5 with a character in the front. The character this week features Shelly May. That is limited edition of 800 and released on Monday, August 16th. All right, and now for Disney Parks in America. First up is a new open edition Halloween pin set. A lot of people seem to really like this one. It features cutie style ghosts. And the characters are Goofy, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, and Minnie Mouse. It is a 4-pin set with a retail price of $24.99. I spotted that one in Magic Kingdom. Also saw it today at Hollywood Studios. And then, of course, this past week we had the very first Walt Disney World 50th Anniversary pin releases. I did a separate video on the YouTube channel already covering these pins, and also all of the blog posts are up at Disney Pins blog, but I will mention it here in the podcast as well. This is the pre-celebration pin releases. So there is one that is limited release. It features Mickey Mouse. That can still be found at Disney Parks and World of Disney at Disney Springs. They are limited release, so around for a little bit longer. I did spot them this morning at Hollywood Studios. But a nice pre-celebration pin featuring iridescent Mickey Mouse with a pin-on-pin design and the gold 50 in the background. And then there were 2 countdown pins. We shared a first look at the entire countdown pin series. There are 4. Head over to DisneyPinsblog.com if you want to check them all out. But the first 2 did release. They feature Cinderella Castle, and then the second one is the Monorail and Contemporary Resort. This is a limited edition of 3,000 pin collection with a retail price of $21.99 each. And those first 2 pins pretty much sold out within a day or 2 from the release date. The second 2 pins in this series will release sometime in September. All right, now for the new pin releases this week at Disney Parks. Like I said, there were a ton of them. First, we'll start off with Walt Disney World. The exclusive on the East Coast is the next Windows of Main Street USA pin. And this one features Tony Baxter and Figment. The window slides up to reveal Figment on the inside with glitter purple embellishments in the background. Limited edition 3,000, retail price $19.99. And all of these pins that I'm mentioning released on Tuesday, August 17th. And again, this is the Alternating Coast collection, so this month is in Florida. Next, we have the Disneyland exclusives. There was just one. It is the Disney Dream Destinations pin, which features Pua from Moana. Limited edition of 2,500 with a retail price of $19.99. And then all of the other pins are shared releases. Some of them are only at Disneyland right now, though, so I'll be sure to mention that when I cover the pin. First up is the Ludwig von Drake 60th Anniversary pin. Actually, this one didn't release at the parks yet. It's only on shopdisney.com, but it is coming to the parks. It's limited release with a retail price of $15.99. That one released on Monday, August 16th. Next up is the 8th Magic in the Stars pin, which features Simba. Limited edition 4,000, retail price $19.99. And this one only released at Disneyland so far, so should be coming soon to Walt Disney World. Next is the Halloween 2021 Countdown pin. This is a mini jumbo featuring the Haunted Mansion this year. You have the hitchhiking ghosts and then Madame Leota in the center with a little wand that moves, and you can select how many days left until Halloween. Limited edition of 3,000, retail price is $29.99. That one released at Walt Disney World. I think it might be at Disneyland. I am not sure on that. But if not, it will be coming soon to Disneyland. Next up, there were a bunch of Haunted Mansion Funko Pop pins. The first one features the Doom Buggy with the hitchhiking ghost on the inside. It's limited edition of 5,750, odd edition size there. Retail price is $34.99, and that one just released at Disneyland so far. And then there were 3 hitchhiking ghost Funko Pop pins. These are just labeled as special editions. Again, retail price $34.99, and again, these ones just released at Disneyland so far. But they will be coming to Walt Disney World, maybe next week or should be soon. And then there were 3 Funko Pop Haunted Mansion pins, but the smaller versions. This is the same style they released before of the Jungle Cruise Skipper Funko Pop pin, and then they just recently released the Pirate and Red, the pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean. So this is the same series, but we have 3 now from the Haunted Mansion. The Hitchhiking Ghost, the Organ Player, and Madame Leota. These are all limited release with a retail price of $15.99 each. Again, these are just at Disneyland so far. So Disneyland did get a lot more this week than Walt Disney World, but these should be releasing at Walt Disney World very soon. So yeah, tons of pin releases this week. Very exciting. If you guys want to find out any details or a closer look, again, just head over to DisneyPinsBlog.com. All of the blog posts are up there, especially the weekly pin post this week is pretty heavy. Lots of pins at Disney parks. All right, so that's going to do it for episode number 223 of the DPB podcast. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See ya.